How's it going, everyone? Mega Masher is back with another top 5 video. This time, the top 5 features my best memories of Pokemon X and Y. And I just gotta say, this video was hella difficult for me to make because there were so many great memories that Pokemon X and Y have left me with that it was so hard for me to narrow it down to just 5. But sit back, relax, enjoy the ride because now we're about to go through the top 5 best memories of Pokemon X and Y. So coming in at number 5 is Route 7 and the Daycare couple. Man, oh man, oh man, do I have great memories of spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours breeding for flawless Pokemon while zipping back and forth between Campfire Town and Route 7. This definitely left a very special place in my heart, and because of this route and this route alone, along with the Daycare couple, I bred myself boxes upon boxes of flawless, battle-ready Pokemon that just amazed the hell out of me in battle. Uh, Not much else to say about this, but I remember I maxed out on the time limit. Your playtime limit. You know how, like, when you say you play for 12 hours, it shows up on your save file. I know I broke past the 1,000 hours, but it shows that it doesn't go past 999 hours. Uh, so it just goes to show how much I played the absolute shit out of that file and just spending hundreds of hours by myself on Route 7 breeding for flawless Pokemon. So that's why that this memory here makes it to number 5. Memory number 4 happens to revolve around Zygarde, and I actually have 2 stories revolving around Zygarde. The first story is I remember I spent hours in Terminus Cave trying to catch a flawless Impish Zygarde because I wanted to make it a defensive behemoth. Because let's face it, base 108 HP, base 121 defense, and base 95 special defense with ground dragon typing, that's pretty freaking sweet. So, anyways, I remember I spent hours just constantly resetting after throwing my Master Ball and checking its IVs. But this one battle, when I checked it, it had perfect IVs in HP, attack, defense, special defense, and I was waiting for him to say speed, but he didn't say speed. But I wasn't all that disappointed because he had a speed IV of 29, and I thought, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get this close to having a flawless legendary, so I decided to take it, and it done pretty awesome wonders. Now, the second story that revolves around Zygarde happens to be when I was able to get a 6 IV, yes, 6 IV Adamant Zygarde, and it was actually from one of our members in Cat's Epic Pokemon Cloning Group, which happens to be a group on Facebook, which I'll post a link to in the description below. Uh, this person was wondering how she could clone her 6 IV Adamant Zygarde, and man oh man, I just about lost it. And I have really good friends in that group, and I remember my friend Merlin and my friend Johanna, they cloned her the Zygarde, gave her a copy, and then they also cloned me the Zygarde because they knew how much I love Zygarde and how Zygarde is my favorite 6th generation Pokemon. And that right there, I remember I couldn't remember the last time I jumped that high. Like it was an awesome and momentous memory that I will never ever forget. So coming in at number 3 is when you battle Lysandre for the last time in Pokemon X and Y, and when he said that he was going to use the power Mega Evolution, I was thinking, oh shit, which Pokemon is he going to use to Mega Evolve? And I remember it was through the first 3 Pokemon that he had that, I was sweeping through pretty easily. And then when he sent out his Gyarados and it Mega Evolved, I was like, what the hell? Like, I honestly had no idea that that was even coming. I wasn't even sure if I knew about Mega Gyarados before the release of Pokemon X and Y. I was very shocked, and I thought that it was going to be Death City because Gyarados by itself is a very threatening Pokemon that has very awesome sweeping potential, but Mega Gyarados pretty much just like tops that because of the fact that it has really awesome attack being at base 155, has really beefy defenses and special defenses. Like, this thing was just crazy. But I held it together and I was like, okay, the world's at stake here. I gotta think. It's like, it's do or die at this point. So, lo and behold, I ended up beating him, and I was just like, wow, that right there was an epic battle. Like, the setting, the battle background, the music, and just everything fits so perfect in that battle and in that situation. That's why it's on my top 5 list of best memories of Pokemon X and Y. So coming in at number 2 is battling the champion of the Kalos region, Diantha. I honestly did not see this coming. Like, this was so unexpected. And also, I was not expecting whatsoever what kind of Pokemon that she was going to be using. Like, I was just thinking, oh man, like this right here, it's all going to be on luck at this point because I'm not prepared for this. I have absolutely no idea what kind of a team that she's using. And she brought a whole bunch of different types of Pokemon to the battle. Um, I was just like, wow. But thankfully, though, I led off with my Aegislash, who handled her Halucha very, very nicely. And I think I remember I set up a whole bunch of swords dances, and I actually swept through her team. So it had a little bit of an anticlimactic ending to it because the battle was short-lived. But the fact that, one, I didn't see it coming, that Diantha was going to be the champion of the Kalos region, and two, I had absolutely no idea what kind of Pokemon that she was going to be using, and it was all that, the surprise factor, that Diantha made the list on number 2 for best memories of Pokemon X and Y. So coming in at number 1, it's not in Pokemon X and Y, but it happened during the era of Pokemon X and Y, and that's Cat's Epic Pokemon Cloning Group. When this group came about, man, I it's going to be really hard for me to try and sum up everything about this group in one section. I mean, this group has gifted me with so many memories, so many great friends, and so many Pokemon. I remember that we were the small group at first who basically put all of our shiny collection in one pot, and we basically cloned the shit out of them, and we end up trading the clones for Pokemon that were shiny that we didn't have, and it would be rinse and repeat. Like, we would be cloning more and more and more and getting more and more and more. And I remember through the entire process, I made so many great friends, and when it was time to name a new admin, everybody who commented actually voted for me to be an admin, and that was like it it was heartwarming. Like, I was thinking, them feels, man, them feels. Like, it's it's I don't know. Like, it's really hard for me to really describe uh how I feel because, like, this group is very sentimental to me. I mean, uh like, any place I make really good friends in is like extremely sentimental. But especially this group here, where I've made so many great friends, and they have helped me out with so much. I've helped them out with so much, and it just became like we were like this family. Like, it was amazing, and I'll always have a special place in my heart for this group and for everyone that is in it. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat personal video about me. It highlights my top 5 best memories of Pokemon X and Y. There was no specific order, but I had to put them in some sort of order. But all these memories are just as great and just as awesome. So with that said, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, how about you subscribe and join the Mega Express? Also, don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section down below. And also, please check out Poketown. It's a group on Facebook. I will leave a link in the description box down below. And also, if I didn't say this already, please check out Cat's Epic Pokemon Cloning Group. I will also post a link in the comment section down below as well. Both of these groups are very awesome, so you really should check them out. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys next upload.